Okay, here we go with December 17th session. Doing some more squats today. These are 50 kilogram squats, 110, a little over 110 pounds. If I kept progressing at the rate that I had before, I'd be at 115 pounds, but I forgot to throw on some extra weight, so it's a 5-pound increase instead of a 10-pound increase, which probably was a good idea because of how my groin was feeling on these squats. And I think it was aggravated a bit from the split squats, which I usually don't do when I have access to a leg press. When I have a leg press, that is what I use to rehab my knee tendonitis. But the split squats meant that I needed to stabilize when my left leg was the primary mover, then my right groin, which is the one that's I'm rehabbing. I needed to stabilize with that, and it's not used to doing that, so I think that's what caused it. But overall, I think these were nice. It's 2 depth technically on most of them, if not all of them, but it would be nice to be a little deeper consistently. But not gonna push it with the groin yet. Once it gets all better, I can start pushing it again, pushing depth a lot harder. Yeah, it's really hard to tell depth unless you have an angle that's like directly side on like this one, but just blow depth there. Probably would have passed in a powerlifting meet, but I'm not competing. Obviously not at this point. Kind of an awkward begin to the descent there. And nice and slow. Trying to not explode too fast out of the hole, just to make sure everything is nice and good. That was nice and quick. Didn't lose tightness, I guess, there. That was some nice depth and no pause, pretty much. Almost no pause on that one. That looked pretty nice too, sort of awkward, but And nice from the front view, which I don't usually do because it's kind of hard. You can see I'm looking at myself in the mirror. It just seems to be easier to go to a depth that isn't too deep for my groin at the moment. So usually I'd prefer not to look at the mirror, but it seems to help some in this case. Still working on getting a better rack position, where the bar feels a little more stable, yet not digging into anything, but not that bad. Obviously, I have time to think about small things when the weight is lighter and I am going slow. I do like to have bracing be nice and good, and that's all the squats. And here's some press. I did 75 pounds for 2 today, for 5 reps for 2 sets. And the pain was maybe a little more than last time. That might have been due to the new grip I tried on the squat, because it seems like external rotation, which is what your shoulder does when you hold the bar on the squat, it seems like that aggravates some pain, so I'm not as worried about that. And these felt alright. Form pretty good, lightweight. Holding it at the top as usual. Maintain that flexibility, and I tried going with the bar on the collarbone, el clavicle, but I think it feels a little bit more out of control, although I do get more speed at the very beginning of the rep. And a nice slow descent just to get some, don't tell me, I forgot to cut that, but we'll just wait, I guess. How embarrassing. You get to listen to me whistle. Not very well, because sometimes when there's other people around, I don't go as hard as I would like to, is what I'm trying to say. Arm circles, just to, I don't know, it just felt kind of good, so why not do something that feels kind of good, you know? And you get to see it all. 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 Get to see it all. When do I notice? And still don't notice. Got a nice shot of my beard there. Call myself Bronze Beard. Because I have a bit of a bronze / copper sort of looking spot on my beard. I think that looks pretty cool, so, you know. Interesting. So maybe I did 3 sets? Did I do 3 sets of... I only do 2 still. Yeah. It is what it is. Excuse me. And I did tempo both on the concentric and the eccentric portion. This is kind of what makes the shoulder feel a little worse, because you're not relying on the momentum that you create from the very bottom of the lift to maintain the bar speed and get it up to the top. So it's a little more work throughout the lift because you're going so slow. The bar requires more force for how much weight is on the bar. And a nice slow descent